Yeah, good evening. What I want to talk to you tonight is wee stove I've made. So it's my attempt at making a Kojin type stove. We've got ceramic wall and fiberglass cloth just to hold it in place. I've put 1 ounce of methylated spirits or denatured alcohol in here, 30 mils, and I just want to see how long it takes to boil 2 cups of water. So the water is straight out of my tap here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Um, Average temperature at this time of the year is about 19 degrees Celsius. Um, Keeping this quite a simple test. Um, Basically, the plan is to see, using my stopwatch, how long it takes. Like I said, 1 ounce, 30 mils of methylated spirits. I've placed it in here, and all I'm going to do is light the stove, place this on top, start the stopwatch, time one, how long it takes to boil, and two, how long it takes to burn out. Um, Keeping a real simple test. So, lighting the stove, putting this on top, putting this on top, hitting start, and come back and see how it goes. Well, we're almost 5 minutes in. Um, the stove is so silent, as all these spirit burners are. Um, we're still a wee way off from boiling, but yeah, we'll wait and see how we go as we get closer to the end of the burn. We're pretty much at 6 minutes now. Um, the lid of the pot is feeling warm to touch, and bubbles are starting to form at the bottom. Might be a bit hard to see, but the flames on this particular stove are starting to come out around the edges. Might not be so efficient. Might have to try making one with a smaller tin to keep the flames underneath the pot. But we're at 7.5 minutes now. We've got bubbles appearing on the bottom of the pot, but not quite at a simmer. We'll keep going, see how long it takes to burn out, and see what the water's doing at that point. It's curious that when I burnt this stove with no uh, pot on top, it burnt out in 7 minutes on the dot. We're now at 9 minutes. As you can see, it's still burning. I'll turn the lights off. You can see it's still burning. You can see those flames starting to pop out the sides. Yeah, we have bubbles on the bottom, but I wouldn't quite call it a proper simmer. Curiously, we're at 10 minutes and it's still burning that 1 ounce of fuel. So a very efficient, slow burn. A pot that, a stove that burns fuel quickly may not be so efficient. This is interesting that it's lasted so long. This one might be a good one for keeping things on a simmer. We're at 12 minutes now. It still hasn't boiled, but it's still burning that 1 ounce of fuel. Well, we're at 13.5 minutes. It's starting to die. Turn the light off, you can see the flames getting dimmer. I don't know if you call that a simmer, but yeah. I cannot believe that we are 14.5 minutes off 1 ounce of fuel and it's still burning. The ceramic wall must be very absorbent. I did put the meths in about half an hour before lighting this and let it sit there with the lid on. On top of the ceramic wall is some fiberglass. If you watch my build video, you'll see how I've made that. And the idea was just to have a little bit more durability. to protect the ceramic wall from being poked and prodded and causing it to break down. This is the first stove I've made using ceramic wool. I usually use carbon wool or carbon felt. See that? 15 minutes 22. The water boiling hasn't changed too much, so I don't believe this stove is going to get 500 mils of water to the boil. I might try it again with a heat shield or windshield on to try and reflect some of that heat back in. I know that reflected heat will cause the meths to evaporate faster, causing it to burn faster, but some of that heat getting bounced in may cause it to get to the boil. We'll just wait and see how this burns out. Well, we're at 16 and a half minutes. It's just gone out. The water will be hot enough to make a cup of tea with, but I wouldn't call it boiling. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll give that a little bit of a thought. I'll try it again with the heat shield on. Compare that to this one, and we'll go from there. I'm sorry I don't have a thermometer to actually record the temperature, but I think it looks just right for a cup of tea, which I might have while I'm getting the heat shield out and letting everything cool down to start again. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.